Assalamualaikum everyone, welcome back to this channel. This is me Arya Wahid and you are on the channel of Medicare. In this lecture we are going to start the next chapter of mathematics, and this chapter is about the correlation. So as you know, we have discussed about the previous lecture. We have discussed about the mean, median, mode, and there solve the questions of them. And now we are going to start the correlation topic. So, what is correlation? Co mean to very together, and relation mean to relate something. So now in this definition, we are going to relate two variables which are varying together. Vary mean which are different from each other. So now if you relate two such variables which are different from each other and you are going to relate it, then it's mean you are doing the correlation. And now let's define it. So actually it is the measure of the degree by which two variables vary together. Okay, how much amount of two variables different from each other, to measure the difference between them, this is called as correlation. There are two types of correlation. The first type is direct correlation, can also be called as positive correlation, and second is inverse correlation or negative correlation. What is direct correlation? It is a type of relation in which two variables increases or decreases together. It's mean if one variable is increasing, then other variable will also increase. If one variable is decreasing, then it's mean other variable will also decrease. Like I have given example here, that as we increase the temperature, the length is increased. What is mean by it? Like if I am giving you the example of iron bar, like if you heat the iron bar or increase the temperature of it, the length of the iron bar will begin to increase. So that's why I have say that they have a direct relation. Both of these variables are increasing together. It's mean both of these variables have a direct correlation or a direct relationship between them. So both of them are increasing. And similar case, you can assume an example in which both two things are decreasing together. So these are the examples of direct correlation. Next is inverse or correlation or the negative correlation. So it is a type of correlation or a relation in which one variable increase by decreasing the other variable. So like if I am giving you the example, the pressure on the gas, as you increase the pressure on the gas, the volume of gas begin to decrease. So that's why we are increasing one variable and we are similarly decreasing the other variable at the same time. So it's mean both of these variables have an inverse or a negative relation between them. So this was the short introduction about the correlation and what it is, what is the meaning of it, what is the definition of it. We have discussed the whole examples, whole types of correlation. Now move on to the next page. So the next important topic is about the correlation coefficient. So correlation also has a coefficient in it. So what is the purpose of this coefficient and what is the formula of it? So let's discuss that. So correlation coefficient, it is a numerical measure of the strength of two linear relationship between the two variables. Okay, it's mean that you have a two variables and you have to find the linear relationship between them. Now, how you find it? By the correlation coefficient. So, correlation coefficient will give you a numerical value that tell you that these two variables have a linear relationship or not. Like if the value of correlation coefficient is 0, it's mean that between the two variables there is no linear relationship. If the value of correlation coefficient is negative 1, it's mean there is a relationship between them, but this relation is the inverse correlation, means they are these both of these variables are opposite to each other. One variable is increasing, other is decreasing. If the value of correlation coefficient is plus 1, it's mean that they have a direct correlation relationship between them. So it is This correlation coefficient is also called as Pearson product, which is given the name by the scientists who discovered it. It also called the coefficient of simple correlation and the total correlation. These are the three names that we can call it as it. So in the paper they can ask you what is the coefficient of simple correlation. You should know what it is. They can ask you that what is the Pearson product. You should know what it about, what they are talking about it. Okay. So what how it is donated? So it is donated by the small r, okay, and its value is always between -1 to +1. Okay, so its mean correlation coefficient answer would become between -1, 0 or +1. It could be between it. If the value comes above or below it, it's mean your answer is wrong. So what is the formulas for it? So the first formula is for the simple correlation. This is the formula for it. X bar mean of x, and y bar mean of y. So we have another formula for it. You can put the both, and the answer of both formulas are same. So this is the other formula. You can use this formula as well as this. So this is the second formula, in which you will find the value of x and y and divide them with the n. N is the total number of values you have given. So you will put it, and one thing you have to remember, both of these formulas answers are same. Okay, if you get the answer through this formula is 0.8, then you will also get 0.8 by this formula. So that's the method to check that your answer is right or not. Next formula is for the population. Like if now you are dealing with the population, so you will use these two formulas. They are exactly same, nothing difference between them. So this is a row which is showing that this is the population correlation. COV is the covariance. Covariance of x and y divided by the variance of x and variance of y and square root. So covariance, I have opened this, and this is the covariance. It is representing the covariance. So so it is representing covariance. Our variance of x and variance of y. So let's discuss what is the covariance. COV, what it is. It is the measure of total variation of two random variables from their expected values. Let's see the example, then after that you will clearly understand what its definition is saying. The example is, you have given the x, its original value is 5, and you have expected value, that you expect that its value should be 8, and but the original value is 5. So it this covariance measure the total variation, कि कितना वेरी हुआ. आपने एक एक्सपेक्टेड वैल्यू ली हुई थी, और उसके बाद आपको मिली एक आपकी ओरिजिनल वैल्यू, और कितना डिफरेंस है ओरिजिनल वैल्यू में और एक्सपेक्टेड वैल्यू में. इस चीज़ को जब हम कैलकुलेट करते हैं तो वो हमें कोवेरियंस बताता है. लाइक covariance is 8 minus 5, expected value minus original value. So covariance answer is came, which is the 3. So it is measuring the total variation, how much difference between the expected value or the original value. So this is called as covariance. Now we have also given some formulas for the covariance. Also you have given the first formula, covariance for sample. It's just similar above value, just below you have to put n minus 1. And for the correlation of population, you will just put capital N. Now here the capital N is showing the number of populations, so therefore it should be capital here, and there is no n minus 1 with it. So now we are going to start the first example question, and this example is 10.5, chapter number 10, from Introductions to Statistical Theory. So in this example you have to calculate the simple correlation. You will put this formula. I have calculated all of these values. X and y are given to you. You have to find the x mean by this formula. X mean is 3, then minus x with the 3, and I have got all this value. I have sum it up and 0 answer is came. Then I have took the square of all the values and added it. One thing you have to remember, don't put the square of 0 in this place. Okay, you have to find out the square of every value, then sum it and then put it up. So now same thing I have repeated up, and at the last end I have multiplied both of these terms, okay, and then I have write it up. So that is very necessary, because if you multiply 0 multiply by 0, so it is 0 and your answer will be false. So therefore you should multiply every value. Like I have multiplied -2 with -3, it will came 6. 1 multiplied by 0, it will 0. 0 multiplied by -2, it is also 0. 1 multiplied by 3, it is 3. 2 multiplied by 2, it is 4. So then I have added up, 13 came, 13 divided by, now here its answer is 10, I have written up, and its answer is 26, I have written up, multiply them and divide them, 0.8 answer is came. Similarly, I have put it, find the values and put it all them in this formula, and I have also got this answer. So I have also solved this question by this formula. So here I have drawn the table for it. So this is the table for, by solving through this formula, x and y values. I have multiplied x and y, get these values, and their sum is written above. Then I find x square and y square values, their values are given. Then I have put it in the formula as I have written here, and the r values came. So one thing you should remember, that when I have put all of these values in the calculator, the answer is a little bit changed. Like the answer which came in the calculator is about 0.222. But I cannot consider why my calculator is doing that. If your calculator also doing, please just change your calculator. So I think that it should be due to the old calculator or itself. But if it's not came, then it's not necessary to put all of these formulas. You can solve with the one formula also, but their answer should be same. Next is the exercise question. We have also solved the next example, but I have not solved it here, right here. I will solve it in the next lecture. So this is the next question from the exercise, and I have started the exercise from the last end. So don't remember that. We will also discuss the other questions of the exercise in the next video. So this is the exercise question 10.30, in which I have founded all the x and y values, and I have put it in that formula. And from this formula, the answer came is 7.09 cross 10 raised to power -2, and this answer should not be correct, because I don't know why it is coming from this value, because from this value the answers are should very large, like 46 is very large number, 69 is very large number, but it is came from that formula. So it's mean it is the mistake in the answer questions values, like this values, okay. So they are so much large, so therefore the answer is above the +1. As we have said, a correlation answer should be between -1 to +1, but it is not coming. But if you find the values by this formula, then the answer is correct, which is the -0.222, and this is the correct answer. So I hope that you will understand this lecture. If you have some doubts and some confusion, then you definitely leave a comment for me. I hope that you will like this video. If you like it, then please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and also press the bell icon to get the notification of all the videos which I have uploaded. Thank you so much. Meet you soon in the next lecture. Till Allah Hafiz. अपना ख्याल रखिएगा.